All right, I'm gonna be talking to you. I'm gonna twiddle a bit with this mechanical pencil just because that appeases me and helps me think. But I'll put it away for now. So I have this dim mood light just to express, how emo I am as I talk about something really important. What I want to talk about is this thing called Project Toe. Now, toe isn't a really significant word, but it's just I don't know. It seems kind of uncreative, but it's also kind of I don't know mysterious, but it's not a big deal. But what Project Toe is it's a social therapy theme. You can find it like an app, and I think you can do it online without the app for the iPhone. They're working on customizing it for all other devices, so I'll be really happy when that comes out. But what it is it's a social therapy app in which you communicate with texting, so like you can help people, with your thumbs, because, and I think that's a real useful thing, especially in my generation right now, that we grown up with a whole bunch of technology and we just know how to use it. So it's also a really great way to communicate with people just anywhere, not even from your city or even like communicating with people from other countries. It's possible because it's kind of like through the internet. So that's how you help people. And what you do is you get the app and you set up a help schedule. So you say I want to help people from like 4 to 5:30 p.m. Whatever works for you, and then you'll get a bunch of contacts from people saying like you get all these pop-ups saying people like this user needs your help. So you can either accept or deny the request. I suggest you accept the request, so you can help them because that's the whole point of the app. Um, and then once you accept their requests, they're in your contacts, so you can just go up to the top left corner of the screen and go to contacts and communicate with them. If you don't say hi or something real soon, they'll get forwarded to someone else. So if you really want to help somebody, you might just be the exact person they need to talk to. And I've had a own situation like that, and I'm really grateful that I, agreed to help the person instead of just denying them. So I want to talk about helping people specifically that have problems. So I don't know like what other people have when they want to talk to other people, but I know that when I'm helping someone else that has some problems, I think it's really important to just be friendly. Um, like usually they're kind of shy, like they won't actually just necessarily. Not everyone's the same. Like straight up confess what their problem is. So just say hey, talk to them, and ask a whole bunch of questions. Don't go crazy. I have my own problem with asking a ton of questions because I don't really like the whole conversation depending upon me, but given if people are talking to you, they probably have a lot on their minds. So just say like, so what's in your mind? What are you going through? Can you tell me about your family? Can you describe that in more detail? I'm really sorry about that. So how do you feel about that? Try not to ask like really shallow questions that just simple yes or no answer. Get kind of creative. Off the top of my head, that wasn't the best I could do, but when you ask a bunch of questions, what you do is you kind of shift your understanding about the situation to what other people know, because like a lot of I found like when I took a college class in writing, like I'd write a paper and I'm thinking that makes perfect sense to me, but someone else doesn't really know what I'm thinking. So in social therapy, it's the exact same way. You don't exactly know what they're going through. So if you ask a whole bunch of questions, they can explain things better. And you can also say like, wow, that's a problem, or I feel really bad for you. That's not right. And your responses shouldn't be like that just because you think you should say that. It should be like you actually care about the person. Because what if like the person that's asking for help is actually one of your best friends, and everyone's left them, nobody cares about them, you like forgot about them, or what about that? Just don't treat people like strangers. And when I say that, I mean like certain topic is to let go of prejudice. Because if you're a guy, you think like I only help guys, I don't help girls. Well, with that kind of luck, only girls are going to ask for your help. So you just need to let go of that prejudice and treat people equally and just know what they're going through. And when you have that kind of mindset, it's really easy to text because I'm sure that comes naturally for a lot of people. I mean, actually, it didn't come naturally for me until I used this Project Toe app, and now I can communicate with people a lot better since I let go of prejudice and understood, what people are going through, and I just don't really think about what I feel. So that's great. And I also kind of advocate escapism, which is kind of a strange thing to advocate, tell people to be like escapists, but um, huh, okay. I find like, with life that sometimes like you get really down or you just don't know how to deal with stuff or life's boring. And that's when people go to the movies or they play guitar or they watch anime or I don't know what other people do. Or they study science just because they find a fascination with the world and they want to think about things that's not actually like that. And that's why dreaming is so cool because your subconscious awakens and you kind of understand things about yourself that you didn't know before. So, I mean, it's good to kind of just escape the real world and just, I don't know. I can't really explain it that well. I'm sure, I mean, yeah, I think you might know what it's like, but I think it's good to be like kind of an escapist, especially if it's anything to distract you from your problems. Okay, I'm just gonna let go of that topic, but I think you know what I'm saying. Um, and once you've helped someone, remind them if they can, contact you, whenever you're available, and because they'll be in your contacts and you'll be in their contacts, unless they report you, and you shouldn't report them because it's just really bad because you're trying to help people. But they'll be on your contacts regardless, and just say they can ask for help, and sometimes they do ask for help because emotions just don't like go away overnight. So especially they kind of need to change their mindset about the situation, and that kind of happens with each new day. So eventually they'll stop asking for help, and you need to learn to really appreciate that because it's really great when people get their lives together. So just be happy when people don't ask for help, and then you might think that I'm not a lot of help to this person, so you can just tell that person that you're counseling through texting that I'm sorry that I don't really know how to help you. I think you should ask for someone else to help you. And I mean that's kind of hard to confess, but you really want them to get help. So if you can't provide for them, you can just tell them that they can ask for help from somebody else, but don't just give up, okay? And then also accept that when people don't contact you anymore, that might mean they're doing okay. And I've talked to people like, I'm fine. I was like, huh? After all you're going through, you're fine? So I guess we do kind of get over things. Did I leave anything out? Oh, yeah. This is my own personal viewpoint. It's my own personal opinion. So, okay. It's just, I think a lot of what we call evil and stuff is just people being selfish. And I mean, like my own personal opinion, like I want what appeases me, and sometimes I don't really care about what happens to other people because I'm not really conscious of what they feel, and you don't really know that until you ask questions. So it's important to ask questions and to just not be selfish and just try to think that what I feel is not necessarily all there is to reality. So sometimes when people get kicked to the curb, it's because their friends don't really think about how other people feel, and I mean, as social creatures that we are, we just need to really stay in touch with each other. So, like when people behave the way they do, it's probably because they're not really thinking about other people as much as they should. So, love others as you would want to be treated. I mean, it's great, right? So I guess that's really all I have. So again, what I was talking about was Project Toe. So I'd really suggest you get the app and you start going with it. I think it's really amazing. And after you help one person, don't like totally give up and be like, wow, that was so intense. It's so great that you should help someone else. And then just continue the cycle of love, okay? So, again, I already told you that I'm awkward, but yeah, Project Toe's great. Sign up.